Hate. I'm going to be talking about hate, specifically hate on YouTube in South Africa. I get a lot of hate on my channel, sometimes it's offline, sometimes it's online, and I don't think it's anything unusual to get hate on YouTube. But it's starting to really bother me for a couple of reasons. In South Africa, we kind of had this really bad attitude towards people that are in the creators field, that want to kind of grow themselves, and we kind of hate on them. They always think of them as lesser than. Like if you are in a band or if you're a comedian and you're trying to perform here, you're always less than the international act that comes. Or if they're from another country, you kind of consider them bigger or more important, which is not always the case, right? Like we have some really incredibly talented people here in the country, but like for some reason we have this really bad attitude to it, and it really perturbs me that like my channel's okay, we're going on to 14,000 subs. I'm super grateful, guys. You rock my world. It's still small in the grand scheme of things. We're still climbing, we're still getting there, but there are a whole bunch of smaller YouTubers in this country that are creating really cool content and are trying to create very cool content. Here's the other thing. You might not quite like what they're doing, and they might not be world-class just yet, but they are producing really good content. They're producing it daily, timelessly, and making content that they like, that they're putting out there, and we're just hating on them. We, as a country, just seem to really revel in hate, and it makes zero sense to me, and it really bothers me, because hate is one of the most destructive emotions or feelings that you get, because not only does it destroy the person that you're hating on, if you're hating on a creator that's maybe in Pretoria or Durban or Joburg or PE or Cape Town or the Crew with 400 subscribers, and you hate on them, you destroy their hopes at making, it's just like another chip at the block of making their channel a success. It's like one more stumbling block that they have to get through, and you might not quite understand that. You might go like, oh, I'm just being flippant with how I'm saying it, but every little comment counts. It really hurts that creator, because they're putting their heart and soul into what they're producing. What they're putting out there is meaningful. It's not something that they're just putting out there to share because, I don't know, they just want to take the piss. They're making what they are doing and being vulnerable while doing it, and when you poke somebody when they're vulnerable, it hurts. And I like to think of it as when you expose your funny bone, or you tickling somebody, you can trust somebody if you're very ticklish and you can let somebody close to you. And people are doing that with their viewers. They're putting their videos out there and they're breaking it down. So not only are you breaking that person who's making that video and making the channel and building something out of it, you also destroy yourself, because you become angry and hateful and burn up inside. I know how that feels, because when I was younger, there was a phase where I just like hated Justin Bieber. And I don't, like, it makes zero sense to me, but it was like the cool zeitgeist that everybody else hated Justin Bieber. I thought I would completely do it too. I had very little justification for doing it. I didn't even know the guy. I didn't even know what he was like. But you just hate on that person. And it's the worst thing, because not only does it, like, it destroys my, I mean, he didn't hear my wave of hate. Obviously, I joined a chorus of people that were hating on him that probably really affected him. But also, I blocked myself from growing musically, listening to other artists. I was immediately and quickly judgmental before I started being inquisitive. And that's one of the worst things you can do for yourself. If you're going, like, you've already formed an opinion on that person before you've even listened to their entire album, taken them seriously as an artist, known their history of producing stuff, you just go, oh, he's just a kid, he doesn't know what he's doing. It's absolute bullshit. Like, it's destructive. It is absolutely destructive. You burn yourself from the inside when you do that, and you prevent yourself from growing. And now it's happening in YouTube here, and it sucks. It really, really sucks. And look, my likes and hate ratio is actually pretty good. I have way more likes than I have dislikes, and I thank you. Thank you so much for liking my videos when you do. It means the world to me, and it shows me that what I'm producing is not really wasting anybody's time, and it makes me feel good about myself, because the opposite is true, right? Like, encouragement and love is very much the opposite of hate. So, like, we should be doing more of that and less of the hate thing. And I know my content's not as good as KSI or PewDiePie, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. And I want to be in a position one day where my content and my upload schedule is world class, and that everybody here can go like, oh wow, this guy's really killing it. Like, he's really killing, and we can be proud of him. But I want us to do that with all our creators, because I am not going to be able to do that without you. Like, and I sincerely mean that. Like, when you tell me that you like my videos, you have no idea what it does for me the following day and the following week. Being able to produce stuff, I think of crazier ideas. But if I'm getting chipped away by anger and hate all the time, I think of less stuff. I either have to stop blocking it. Do you want to know why I continue commenting in my comments? Is that not many people comment, but there's a lot of love in there, and that's encouraging. It makes me flourish as a human. But if there's a lot of hate, I don't touch it. And I'm sure bigger YouTubers are just getting a lot of hate. Why on earth would I go through the comments if there's a bunch of hate? I'll just have a culture of just not reading the comments. And that's exactly what big YouTubers do. Because if you read your own comments and you see the kind of vitriol that's in there, you're not going to be producing cool content. I am way more concerned right now with YouTubers that are on smaller numbers, especially gaming YouTubers on 300, 400 subscribers, even less potentially, and under like 2,000. You know, that's a difficult phase in the subscription count thing. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on your side, and your audience is super small, and you kind of got to grind really hard, just graft your way, and you're happy when you get like 5 subscribers. Like, when you wake up one morning and you got 5 subscribers, you're like, yes, this is it, this is why I do this thing, you know, like, thank you very much, guys, you rock. And then you're encouraged to make really cool things. It's also a very exciting time, actually, because you get that splurge. But the opposite is true too. When you get hate at that size, it is completely destructive. I've seen so many people just give up on their channels because there's so much trash in their comments about how rubbish they are. And I guarantee you, those South Africans are getting that from other South Africans, friends of theirs. Like, I mean, it's disappointing. It makes me mad, because what you're doing when you do that is you stifle an entire industry and the entirety of creatives that are working on YouTube and their potential to succeed internationally with other audiences. We need to have a culture of Ubuntu. We claim we have a culture of Ubuntu here in South Africa, but we don't when it comes to creativity. We dump on people that are comedians traveling overseas, and musicians and TV stars, and like it blows my mind. It just blows my mind. When they're here, we don't care about them. We basically pull them down. And when they leave to go to an environment where they are encouraged and they are grown and they do flourish, Neil Blomkamp, Die Antwoord, Trevor Noah, Casper Lee, a whole bunch of people that have flourished abroad, then we criticize them then for doing that, but we kind of like them though, right? Because they've made it overseas. They've become our little dream and our dream child, and they are representatives. But until that point, they've had to leave. That's really, really sad and disappointing. YouTube South Africa can be very different. YouTube gamers that are coming up here in this country can be supported. Like, we can change that status quo. We can go up to smaller YouTubers and build them up. We can show them to the rest of the world. We can share their videos on our favorite YouTubers' channels internationally. We can tweet them and go like, you gotta check us out. Like, tweet storm people. Like there's so many things we can do to build up our community instead of breaking it down. And I'm not talking about like just other YouTubers collaborating, because that's a great idea. If you like, I try to collaborate with as many people as I can. I'm really struggling right now, but I need to build more of a collaboration culture, and I've got some people in mind. I've got collaborations like kind of scheduled for the next 2-3 months, which I'm doing my best to keep. But other YouTubers, if you're on 200, 300 subscribers, find somebody else who's on 200, 300 subscribers and collaborate, because your audiences are going to talk to one another, like a lot. And it's going to spark a fire. And the more people that are doing that, if you had 4 YouTubers, right, that had that kind of subscriber count and they work together, it would cause a furnace. We would have like the beginnings of a Vanos Gaming in South Africa. Like, I mean, that's unprecedented. Like, and you could do that by working together and collaborating. And that's cool. Working with other creators, encourage other creators. I try comment on other creators' videos and like them up. Like I do my best when it comes to that. Like, do that. But if you're a viewer, and a viewer is your most important collaborator, if you're just watching the channel, you don't make videos, you just watch my videos, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching this far. And thank you so much for liking and subscribing my videos, because that changes everything. Like, it really does. And I'll tell you why. when you like and subscribe to someone's channel, it means the world to them. Like I get 5, 10 subscribers, I'm like over the moon, I'm doing something super cool. When I get a bunch of likes, those likes help SEO on YouTube. So when I get like 100 likes on a video and it's about a topic like Mafia 3 or Call of Duty, then when somebody is searching for Mafia 3 or Call of Duty or watching a couple of videos in that series, it will either be queued up or put in that guide bar on the side of the right hand side of the video. It's that means that my video is going to be more exposed just because you watched it and just because you liked it. And the most important thing on YouTube right now is watch time. So the more you watch of a video, the percentage wise, the more it's going to be suggested, because YouTube see it as relevant. It's relevant to the title and the key tags and everything. And when you like it up, it's got a lot of likes, a lot of interaction, a lot of comments, and a lot of watch time. Guess what? Even if it's only 50 views or 100 views, it gets suggested. It's a small thing. It's a really small thing, but it really builds a community. That's how you build a community. Like, and it's how you as a viewer can collaborate with me as a creator. Like, that's how it works. Like, and I'm eternally grateful for that, because I can just go, when I ask you to subscribe, I'm like, thank you for doing it. Why I get into the comments is, well, like, I know, I can see, I have to say thank you so much for participating in my videos. It changes my channel. It makes my day. It encourages me to make more. When you hate somebody, you destroy them. And like, what ends up happening is those creators that you hate leave. We don't want to have a culture of that. Imagine we had a Vanos Gaming here, or a KSI, and they didn't leave. Imagine they were like YouTubers of that caliber in South Africa, but didn't leave. Imagine those YouTubers came down here and lived here and produced content from here and were part of our culture. You guys beg all the time for meetups and signings, but the audience here is so destructive, or can be so destructive. It's not always so destructive. I have a really great audience. You guys rock. You can see by my like ratio, but I've seen it in other channels. It's not cool. And those YouTubers, our audience has got to be positive, got to be energetic, got to be supportive. Yeah, it really bothers me. So I'm going to include a list of creators coming from South Africa, gaming creators specifically, that are doing cool things. If I leave you out, please drop a comment. I'll copy paste it. I'll put it in there. Go subscribe. Go like their videos. Go comment. Go find out who they are. Find out where they are. If they're in your area, go see if you can meet up with them. Like, do what you can. Like it's hard for me to meet up with lots of people because my audience size has got to this weird, like, it's not big, but it's not small. It's kind of weird. But like, if you have YouTubers that you really appreciate on 100 subs, if you message them and mail them, go like, hey, I see you in my area, let's go meet up. Or what can I do to help? Can I set up a PlayStation Network group for you so that we can, on PSN, we can play together, set up a Steam group? Do something like that. Like it will change that person's creative dream. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel that I'm overreacting? Yeah, let me know. Comment. That's what the comment section is for. And please, we need to really get rid of hate. This anger and hatred that's working its way towards creators is stupid. It's really stupid. We're just making YouTube videos. I don't know how you could be so angry, and I can't believe you can have this putrid noise come out your mouth and through your keyboard when, like, we're just making YouTube videos. Like, surely we should be concentrating on important things like fees must fall, or the government right now, which is like, oh, it's crazy. But all we care about is like spamming noise on comments on videos that are people just trying. They're like, YouTubers are like game developers. You don't set out to make a bad game. No game developer or game studio goes, the next 2 years, I'm going to make a bad game. It just happens to be bad. There are a lot of reasons and stuff that get in the way. But that's not what was intended when the game was first started. They want to make a golden thing. They want to make the best game in the world. And it's the same with YouTubers. We're trying. We're trying to make the best stuff in the world. And we can. We've got the same gear. I've got the same kit in my house, very close to what PewDiePie does. Very close. And a lot of other YouTubers. I've been fortunate to be in their studios, and I got like very similar kit. And we've got the tools. we can do this. We can do this. And I'm not talking about me as a creator. I'm talking about us as a community. We need to build each other up. Build up YouTubers that are up and coming in your school. If somebody's doing YouTube in your school, don't shit on them. Find their channel and subscribe. Like their videos, comment, support them. I had a friend. I'm going to close this all off with a story. I have a friend that means the world to me. We don't really get to hang out very much. And we're really super busy. We're adults. Life is hard when you're an adult. Don't actually get to hang out with my friends a lot because I make all these YouTube videos. But when I was in high school, I was in a band. I was in a punk band, and very embarrassing, I know. And I used to invite everybody to the gigs that we had. We'd perform at schools, like church halls and community centers. And there was one friend that would come without fail to every single gig. And he wasn't the closest friend I had. He wasn't coming with a partner. He was coming on his own. But he would come to support every single gig that I did from grade 10 to grade 12. And I look back on that and I go, those are the real friends that I had. Those are the real people. That's why I made what I did. That's why I made the music I made. And we can choose to be that friend to people and the creators around us. If somebody's making stuff like that at school, that person will remember for all time. We can build them up to like great success, and they will remember you for all time. Or you can be that person who just breaks them down and crushes their dream by being difficult and hating on them small pieces at a time. It's terrible. You can choose what you want to do. So I'm going to include a list of all those YouTubers. Please go subscribe to them and go like their comments and actually spam their comments. Say, yo, Grant, hit me, and like start a like train. Start those people. Go. Hopefully they share channels that they like that you can go check. I encourage you, if you are a creator in South Africa, make another video kind of like this, but just like share some cool creators around you. Like share the love, spread it. Let's build each other up. Let's build like great communities of creators that are making the world's best video content that like we can, I hate the word content, but the best videos in the world, and we can build each other up and do this. We can do this. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you agree. That's why they're there. Hit that like button, please. It really means a lot to me if you hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe if you like what I'm saying. Please. If you like the rest of my videos too, that's super important. Oh, I'm not really going to edit this video, actually. I'm just going to leave it up straight up. Just like that. Long form, uncut. High five, a stranger. I'll see you in another video. Cheers. Remember Ubuntu. Cheers. Not Ubuntu.